Welcome to the deep dive. There's this incredible, almost hidden network inside you, orchestrating pretty much everything, every move, every feeling, even your breathing. We all know the brain's the boss, right?
Right, the command center.
Exactly. But what about the main line connecting it to, well, everywhere else? Today, we're diving deep into that unsung hero, your spinal cord.
It really is fundamental.
Our mission here is to really get under the hood, understand its vital role. What is it? What does it do? How's it built? What happens when things go wrong? And importantly, how can you keep yours healthy?
And we should definitely clear up how it relates to the backbone itself. That's a common mix-up.
Absolutely. By the end of this, you'll have a whole new appreciation for this crucial part of your nervous system. Let's jump in. So first things first, let's lay the groundwork. What is the spinal cord exactly?
Well, picture it like this. It's a cylinder-shaped tube. It's made of really specialized tissue, and it's a core part of your central nervous system.
So not just wires.
Oh no, much more complex. It's packed with nerves, cells, all working together. And it runs, right from the base of your brainstem down through the middle of your spine, ending in your lower back.
Like an information superhighway then.
That's a great way to think about it. Constant traffic, brain to body, body back to brain.
Okay, the highway analogy clicks. But it's doing more than just carrying messages, isn't it? What are its main jobs, day to day? Maybe some we don't even realize.
Oh, absolute fundamental jobs. First off, movement.
Hmm.
Any voluntary action, lifting your coffee cup, walking, typing the command starts in the brain, travels down the spinal cord to your muscles. Simple as that.
Right.
But maybe even more critical are the autonomic functions, the stuff that just happens, your heartbeat, breathing, digestion. The spinal cord is managing the signals for all of that constantly without you thinking about it.
Wow. So it handles both the things we decide to do and the things our body just does. It's not passive at all. It sounds like it's almost a local manager sometimes.
That's a good way to put it. And it's also how you experience the world through senses.
How so?
All those nerve signals, touch, pressure, temperature, pain from everywhere in your body. They travel up the spinal cord to your brain. That's how your brain knows what's happening, how it processes, feeling the texture of your shirt or stubbing your toe.
Ah, okay. So it's the route in for sensations too.
Exactly. Without that two-way street, your brain would be, cut off from what your body is experiencing. You wouldn't feel that hot stoves or know if you stepped on something sharp.
And what about reflexes? Those super fast reactions, sometimes before you even consciously register danger, like touching that hot stove you mentioned.
Yes. Reflexes are key. And this is where the spinal cord shows some fascinating independence. Think about the knee-jerk reflex, the classic one doctor's test.
Right, the little hammer tap.
Yeah. When they tap that spot, your leg kicks out almost instantly.
Yeah.
Now, here's a really cool part, the aha moment, like you said. For some reflexes like that one, the signal goes from your shin to the spinal cord, and the spinal cord sends a kick command right back out without even bothering the brain.
Seriously, it bypasses the brain.
For certain simple, rapid responses, yes, it's a shortcut. It processes the input and fires off the motor output directly. It's not just a neat trick, it's a survival mechanism. That split-second reaction can save you from worse injury, happening faster than your conscious brain could manage. Your spinal cord is basically on high alert for those kinds of things.
That is genuinely incredible, a response unit that doesn't need main HQ approval for everything.
Okay, so this structure is clearly vital and complex. It must be engineered brilliantly, especially the protective parts. Tell us about the anatomy.
It really is an intricate piece of biological engineering. So location-wise, it starts right at the bottom of the brainstem. It runs down through the spine, but interestingly, not all the way to the tailbone. The main cord actually tapers down to a cone shape in the lower back.
A cone shape.
Yep. Anatomists call it the conus medullaris. It's an important landmark. Because below that point, the solid cord itself ends, but the nerve action definitely continues.
Okay, so it's not uniform. Does it have different sections for different body parts? Exactly. We generally divide it into three main regions, matching the spine sections. Up top, in the neck, that's the cervical section. It handles signals for your head, neck, arms, hands.
Makes sense.
And you've got the thoracic section in the upper and mid-back. That connects to your torso, chest, abdomen, some internal organs. And finally, the lumbar section in the lower back, which mainly deals with your legs and feet. Each area is a crucial link.
Like zones on that highway. How many connections, how many nerves are actually branching off this thing?
It's quite a network. Our sources show there are 31 nerves connecting directly, and 30 of those actually come in pairs, one for the left side, one for the right, at each level.
30 pairs. Wow. Where do they all go?
Well, starting at the top, Those 8 cervical nerve pairs in your neck region. They primarily reach your face, head, neck, shoulders, arms, and hands.
Okay, moving down.
Then you have 12 thoracic pairs. They branch out to your chest, your upper back muscles, your abdomen. Below that, 5 lumbar nerve pairs, mainly heading down to your legs and feet, controlling movement and feeling there.
And you said 30 pairs total?
Almost. There are also 5 sacral nerve pairs lower down, near the base of the spine, extending into the pelvis area. These influence things like bowel and bladder function, sexual function. And remember that canus medullaris where the solid cord ends.
Yeah, the cone shape.
Right.
Yeah.
Below that, it's not a solid cord anymore. It becomes this bundle of individual nerve roots that stream downwards. They look like a horse's tail, so it's called the cauda equina.
Cauda equina, Latin for horse's tail. Got it.
Exactly. And those nerves are what carry the signals for your lower legs, feet, and pelvic organs. So even though the main cord stops, the communication lines keep going.
That's an incredible branching network, but it sounds so delicate too. How is it protected inside the spine?
Oh, it has serious protection. Just like the brain, it's wrapped in protective layers called the meninges. Think of them as multi-layered body armor and cushioning.
Meninges. Okay. What are the layers?
The outermost one is the dura mater. Dura means tough, and it really is a strong, fibrous layer for external protection.
Like a tough sleeve.
Pretty much. Then underneath that, you have the arachnoid mater. It's more delicate, kind of web-like in structure.
Arachnoid, like spider.
Exactly. And then the deepest layer, the one that's basically shrink-wrapped right onto the spinal cord itself, is the pia mater. It's very thin, almost see-through.
Dura, arachnoid, pia. Got it. 3 layers. Are there important spaces between these layers too? I feel like I've heard of epidurals.
You absolutely have. Between the dura mater and the arachnoid mater is the epidural space. And yes, that's exactly where epidural anesthesia is given, like during childbirth. It numbs the nerves passing through that space.
Okay, that makes sense now.
And then there's another crucial space, the subarachnoid space, which is between the arachnoid layer and the pia mater below it.
Superarachnoid. What's in there?
This space is filled with cerebrospinal fluid CSF. This fluid is vital. It acts as a shock absorber, cushioning the spinal cord, but it also circulates nutrients and removes waste products.
So it's like a liquid cushion.
Precisely. And it's also important medically. When doctors need to check for infection, like meningitis or other neurological issues, they do a lumbar puncture, or spinal tap. They insert a needle into this subarachnoid space in the lower back to collect a sample of that CSF for testing.
Wow. The design is just incredible, down to the fluids and spaces. But because it is so critical, I imagine when things go wrong, it's serious.
Extremely serious. That's the unfortunate flip side. Because the spinal cord is so central to, well, everything your body does, any injury or disease affecting it can have really severe consequences.
How so? What kind of effects are we talking about?
Damage often affects everything below the level of the injury. The communication lines get cut, essentially. So depending on where and how severe the damage is, symptoms can range from, say, numbness or weakness to loss of bladder or bowel control, or even complete paralysis. It really highlights why getting quick medical help for certain spinal issues is so critical it can sometimes prevent permanent damage.
That really drives home its importance and its vulnerability. What kind of conditions or injuries are common threats?
Well, the sources mention quite a few possibilities. You can have inflammatory conditions like acute transverse myelitis where the cord itself gets inflamed.
Inflammation. Oh, we do.
Then there are degenerative issues like cervical spondylosis. That's basically age-related wear and tear in the neck bones that can squeeze the cord.
I've heard of herniated discs. Is that related?
Yes, very much so. That's when the soft center of one of those spinal discs bulges or ruptures out, and it can press directly on the spinal cord or the nerve roots coming off it. And of course, direct trauma, like spinal fractures from accidents or falls, can cause immediate severe damage.
Okay. What else?
There are also genetic conditions, like spinal muscular atrophy, which affects the nerve cells in the spinal cord, leading to muscle weakness. You can also get spinal stenosis, which is a narrowing of the spinal canal itself, putting pressure on the cord.
A narrowing, like the tunnel gets tighter.
Exactly. And unfortunately, the cord can also be affected by spinal tumors, which can grow and compress it, or by spinal infections that cause damage. It's a wide range of things that can go wrong, all serious because of where they're happening.
Given all those potential issues, it really makes you think, how can we protect this thing? What can we do proactively?
That's the key question, right? Prevention and good habits. And luckily, there are practical things you can do to help keep your spinal cord and your whole back Healthy. It really starts with general health principles.
Right, like our sources emphasize a good, nutritious diet. Makes sense. Feeding your body well supports everything, including your nerves and bones.
Absolutely. And keeping active. Regular physical activity plus stretching helps keep the muscles around your spine strong and flexible. Strong muscles act like a natural brace, supporting the spine.
That makes sense. What about daily habits?
Posture is a big one. Trying to be mindful of your posture and changing positions often if you sit or stand a lot avoids putting prolonged strain on one area. Even how you sleep matters. Finding positions that support the natural curves of your neck and lower back can reduce stress on the spine overnight.
Little things that add up.
They really do. And then there are the bigger lifestyle choices. Avoiding smoking is huge. It affects blood flow and bone health. Limiting alcohol and obviously avoiding recreational drugs is also important for overall nervous system health.
So basically, general healthy living has direct benefits for spinal cord health.
Pretty much. It's all interconnected.
Okay, let's tackle something you mentioned earlier, the common confusion between the spinal cord and the backbone. They're often used interchangeably, but they're very different, right?
Hugely different. And yeah, it's a really common point of confusion. Let's break it down simply. The spinal cord is the actual bundle of nerves and tissue we've been talking about, the soft biological communication cable.
The highway itself.
Exactly. The vertebral column, or backbone, is the stack of bones, the vertebrae that surrounds and protects the spinal cord. It's the hard, bony tunnel the cord runs through.
Ah, okay. So the column is the protector, the cord is the protected. Makes sense. What are those vertebrae like, and what's between them?
So the vertebrae are these individual, uniquely shaped bones stacked one on top of another, forming that flexible column. And between most of them, you find the spinal discs.
The shock absorbers.
Perfect description. They have a tough outer layer and a kind of gel-like center. They cushion the impacts of movement, walking, running, jumping, preventing the bones from grinding together and protecting the delicate spinal cord from jarring forces.
Wow, an incredible system, truly. So wrapping this up, it's crystal clear, isn't it? The spinal cord might be hidden away, maybe not as famous as the brain, but it's arguably just as vital. It's that non-stop connection, firing off signals for movement, receiving signals for sensation, keeping us alive and interacting with our world.
Absolutely. The sheer elegance and complexity of it.
Mhm.
It's staggering when you stop to think about it. Hopefully, this deep dive gives you a new appreciation for that incredible machinery working constantly inside you.
It definitely should. So a final thought for everyone listening. If you ever notice changes, maybe unexplained weakness, numbness, tingling, issues with balance or coordination, pay attention. Remember this vital structure and how crucial its health is. Don't ignore those potential signals from your own body. What does learning about this silent hero inspire you to appreciate about your own internal world?